Diddy's lawyer has some interesting ways of going about his defense. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel for Tuesday, May 13th. And I've just been going over a CBC article talking about the opening statements from the Diddy trial. And the lawyer who is defending him, who is also a woman, by the way, which I think is an interesting choice, um, psychologically, but that's different. She's like, yeah, well, he's violent. We'll admit to that, but that doesn't mean he did all the other stuff. That doesn't mean he, trafficked in humans and sexual uh, endeavors, and that he's not charged for being mean. He's not charged for being a jerk. Like, that's literally her defense. It's like, yeah, we will stipulate to the fact that he was a domestic abuser, but we're gonna draw the line at trafficking and racketeering and drugs and all the stuff he self-reported over the years in interviews and songs. And like, I was Pinkalo and I were listening to some just random different music over the weekend, and the amount of self-reporting in some of the rap music from the early 2000s, from like Diddy and Usher and all that, it's fantastic to just, like, now that everything's out, to just listen back to these songs and be like, holy shit, the amount of self-snitching they've done. But for a woman to be like, well, yeah, we'll admit that he was brutally violent with his ex, that doesn't, he's not on trial for that. Well, he kind of is. He kind of is on trial for that, because they've shown the video evidence of Cassie being beaten. The jury saw it 4 times already. And the defense is trying to poke holes in, like, the direct witness's story, Israel Flores. And it's just like, how can you as a woman look at this case and be like, yeah, I will defend this guy? Like, even like, and then to say the things that you're saying, like, oh yeah, we'll stipulate to him being an abusive asshole to his girlfriend, but that's all. We'll draw the line there, Your Honor. It's like, really? Like, he's pleading not guilty to all the charges, and your argument is to agree to the fact that he is a violent, abusive man, and you even stipulate to the fact that the violence was most likely fueled by drugs and alcohol, which leads to the opening of the door for the prosecutors to be like, well, where do you get the drugs? What was going on? Was he like racketeering? Was he trafficking? Was he only a user? Was, like, that opens the door for all of that. So, like, what a stupid and this is me not a lawyer, right? I am not a lawyer. I am not a law tuber. I do watch a lot of court YouTube. I will say that. But I am not going to pretend to understand the minutia of defense and prosecution. But it just seems to me that as a woman, I don't understand how you can look at this case and be like, yeah, I want to defend this guy. Like, other than the fact that you're getting a shitload of money. Like that's literally all that I could see, her just seeing the dollar signs for the defense of Diddy. But it's just like, how can you utter those words as a woman when one of the star witnesses is another woman who's been literally, like, on video abused by this man? And you're like, yeah, he's an abusive asshole, but then you're going to use that video to try to poke holes in the eyewitness testimony. Like, what? This lawyer is so... I do not see this case going well for him. I think the prosecution has it in the bag. That unless the defense comes up with some, like, last minute thing that the prosecution missed somehow, I don't see Diddy walking free of this case, especially with the weak opening statement from his defense lawyer of, oh, well, yeah, we know he's a piece of crap, abusive, drug-fueled monster. That doesn't mean he did other monstrous things that directly connect to his actions that we're stipulating to. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't see the jury falling for that. And I find it interesting that they picked 8 men and 4 women for the jury. That's an interesting ratio. But we'll see. We will see what happens. I am definitely, like, not a law tuber, as I said. But I just wanted to cover this because it was just baffling to me to read that article, to listen or to read what testimony has already come out in the first couple of days, and to read the opening statement from that lawyer is just wow. Just wow. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Was that a weak sauce opening statement from his defense counsel? Do you think that Diddy is going to walk? Do you think that finally we're going to see some accountability for celebrities and their behavior? Let me know. What do you think? Like, share, subscribe, buy me a coffee. The link's in the description. Have a wonderful day.